So I want to talk about hydration today. So I was at a football game this past Friday, and I was watching a lot of guys cramp up later in the game. I think a big reason for that was probably because it's the first week of school last week. A lot of the kids get used to summer hydration, drinking water throughout the day whenever they want. As soon as school starts up, it's way harder to kind of keep up with it. You don't really think about it. You're in school, you're in class, you're not really doing a whole lot. So that probably took a toll on a lot of athletes this past week, like I saw at our game. So I want to kind of go over some benefits of hydration, some tips for hydration, and just overall just why hydration is important for you. So I made a little list so I kind of stay on track here. So let's talk about the benefits. Obviously, hydration is huge for a lot of different things. So hydration is going to be really good for reducing fatigue, reducing obviously muscle cramps, help with things like helping you kind of think a little more clearly in the game, especially a high stress situation. It's going to help lubricate the joints with high impact sports like football, basketball, all those type of things. Hydration is one of the things you really should be keeping up with no matter who you are and what you do. As far as hydration, like how much should you drink? I get that question a lot, especially in the gym. I've always kind of followed the rule of drink about about half of your body weight in ounces. So let's say if you're about 200 pounds, I would try to go for about 100 ounces of water at least, or right around there as an average. Obviously, maybe check with your doctor before a lot of this stuff just to see if there's any things that they prefer you to look out for, but or see if they give you any more of a customized direct order for what you should be following, and that goes with all of this. So really check with your doctor before you do any of this, because some of this stuff is with sodium levels and all this other stuff I'm about to talk about. You lose weight. So one thing we used to do after 2 days was track weight. I've heard that some of the places don't do that as much anymore, which is kind of a shame. But so let's say if you lose, for every pound you lose after exercise, especially in the heat or anything like that, they say to try to refill that with about 16 to 24 ounces of water. So that will kind of help you keep up with the weight loss after exercise and the sweat loss. So try to keep that in mind. As far as tips on trying to stay hydrated, one of my biggest things I'm always doing is carrying water with me. Almost anywhere you see me, I'll always have a bottle of water. A lot of it's for hydration, just to keep hydrated and all that. So I would say if you're able to, if you're in school, if they let you carry water bottles, I would carry a water bottle. Try to make sure it's always full. Sometimes if you get bored, you'll catch yourself just drinking, so that's good. Another thing I like to do or recommend for people is drinking water with every meal. So if you're trying to lose weight, you can drink the water before the meal to kind of help give you more of a feeling of being full. If you're trying to maybe gain weight and stuff, or just make sure you get your food in, I would drink your water more after your meal to help with hydration and all that, and make sure you still get your food in the beginning. Another big one I read was I didn't even think about it, was eating foods higher in water count. So things like watermelon, strawberries, cantaloupe. I think grapefruit was on the list too. Obviously, again, with grapefruit, make sure if you're like on statins or anything like that, you kind of watch that, or certain anxiety medications. I know grapefruit and cranberry juice is a big one you got to kind of watch out for. So again, like I said in the beginning, maybe check with your doctor for some of this stuff. Let's see. Oh, another thing I see a lot of people doing, it works for a lot of people, is, I don't personally do it right now, is marking your water bottles or your gallon jugs. So you'll see them actually sold on Amazon like this anymore, but a lot of people will mark like, okay, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11, 12, and you try to be at that mark by that time. So you maybe by about 9 o'clock, you're right down here or somewhere. So I can see why it works. I did it a couple times way back, like a year or two ago, and it worked really well for me. So if you're one that carries a jug of water around, you could try that. I think it's a great tool. It's a great tip that you could try. Obviously, with being in exercise or being in sports or doing any of that stuff, try to take frequent water breaks. For me, when I was coaching, I would give the guys a lot of water breaks, especially as it was hot in the summer. Even in the gym with all the clients I train, especially athletes, I give them a lot of water breaks, to the point where they're like, another one? But, just going and sipping on the water throughout the workout does a lot for you, keeps you hydrated, like I said. So take frequent water breaks. That's going to be a big one during training sessions. Another thing I have for you, one of the last ones, is if you find yourself, it's kind of hard, and, maybe to drink a lot of water, or to, if your school doesn't let you carry water bottles around, which I don't think that's the best idea. I think all students and athletes and everybody should be able to carry water around school. But, if they don't, I would maybe try to look at things like Pedialyte or these things called liquid IVs. I think these are both great tools, great things to use. They're typically high in electrolytes, which is obviously going to help you with hydration and help you with cramping. You're going to want things with sodium, magnesium, potassium, some carbs in there. I get that question a lot about sports drinks like Gatorade, Powerade, and stuff like that. I personally don't like those. Maybe after during a sporting event, but I wouldn't really be drinking that throughout the day. It's just a lot of excess sugar. It's bad for your teeth, a lot of dyes. But, it's not going to hurt maybe during a game or right after a game. But, so that's really all I wanted to cover. Like I said, I have a lot of my guys from our school around here that were cramping up, but also the team that we played was just, it was like every single play there was a guy down with cramps, and I feel for all those kids, because I've been there, done that. Didn't take hydration seriously in high school, so I'm definitely trying to get this through to our younger athletes and just everybody in general. I think hydration is such a big key for success, and not only performance but just everyday life. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Drop comments wherever I have this, whether it's on YouTube, the website, social media. And I hope this video helps. Share it out, especially for the athletes out there with hot summer days. This week is going to be a blistering hot week, really humid. So keep up with hydration, and I wish you guys the best of luck in all your seasons. See ya.